Hi, I'm going to share with you how you manifest from your true state of being instead of from your ego state, which often can lead to, number one, no manifestation at all, number two, a manifestation of something you don't want, or number three, the manifestation of something that you thought you wanted, but that's going to make you miserable and deeply unhappy. Because what we want is, when we are manifesting beings, we are creator beings, right? We want to create an experience. Okay, this is what we are. So it is totally natural to want to create and want to manifest. And oftentimes when souls like you are on a spiritual path or a path of consciousness development, they discover at some point maybe even that they have no desires, that they have like no wishes, because number one, they see the world for what it is, they know who they are, and they also know that there is no real need to wish for something or to desire something, because we are so accustomed to, when we are in lower consciousness, 3D, ego, human consciousness, we are used to the fact that desires are born, or wishes are born, or wants are born from needs, from lack experience, and then we desire something, and then we want something because we experience the lack of it. Once you are in a higher state of consciousness, you don't experience that degree of lack anymore, or that degree of limitation anymore, because you have this sense of, I am everything anyway. There is only one, everything, all is one, and all is already here. And what is here is abundance of everything that one can desire, because this is what the divine is. That's what source is. Source is abundant, like limitlessly abundant. But our concept of desire and our concept of wanting is rooted in, well, this must mean I lack something, I experience the lack. So if you already are on a path like to higher consciousness, and you feel maybe that your problem or your experience is a lack of desire or lack of intention, lack of motivation to create, then this video is particularly for you. Because I want to remind you that you are a creator being, and although you may not lack anything and everything is perfect the way it is, whether you create or don't, whether you manifest like the greatest, or you don't manifest anything, or just something small, it doesn't really matter. Yes, you're right. But this is why we get to play. This is why we get to choose. Earth is a planet of choice. This density here, third density, is a planet of choice, because it's a planet of polarity and duality. There is two. And we are here, lifetime after lifetime, to choose, not to just be here. We can do that for a couple of lifetimes too. But in the end, there is a reason why this world is full of contrasting experiences. This is not random. There is a reason for it. And we get to, in the experience of contrast, again and again, choose our preference. What do we like? Do we prefer conflict, or do we prefer harmony? We might have explored the conflict version 50 times maybe, and then we got to a point where we said, I'm tired of it now. I don't want conflict anymore. I want to explore harmony, peace. I want to explore togetherness. And you may do that. And so these lifetimes here, and I'm going to go into this lifetime, it is about what we choose. And this means it's not a choice because there is lack or a need for something. It's because you follow your own beingness, your own vibration, your own frequency into what it leads you to explore. So for example, even Jesus, he chose, let's say, that version of a human being. right? And the same with you. You choose what you think is important to you or what you feel is important to you. And not only do you choose that and know it, but on this plane, we need to act. Action is the third part here from thinking, feeling, and then acting, which needs to be in alignment and congruency of who and what we are. Because this is what the divine has created this for and wants to express itself through the character into this world. So without action, there is no expression. Yeah, we can sit and vibrate our frequency outwards. That's true. And some are here to do that. But for most people, action is a very important aspect of expressing the Creator. Because that action allows us to choose, and it allows us mainly to choose what's in alignment with us, what's in alignment with our desires. And this is, if you're listening to this video anyway, this is for you the service to others path. You want to live oneness and unity consciousness, and you want to serve others, be there for others, help them, lift them up. And this is what is calling you, right? And these are your choices. You could well choose the opposite. There's nothing wrong with it. But if these are your choices, then they need to find expression in the actions. Okay, which means in the manifestation. And we cannot manifest if we have no intent. So it is okay to desire or want something. It is okay to put your intention and focus on that. Not only that it is okay, it's part of this density. It's part of this world of experience. So even though you are aware that all is already here and you are everything, you still get to play the role you wish to play. You still get to be a character in this realm. Yes, you use your character to express the highest, right? So you are not acting from the ego state, from your identified state, self-concept identification, but the divine acts through this vessel, through this character, in this world, to express itself through this version, through this body, with everything that comes with it. This is what we talk about when we say, remind yourself that you're being lived. It's not you who lives. It's not you who does. The concept of non-doership is exactly that. It's reminding yourself that I am being lived by life itself, by the divine itself. It's not me who does the living. I am the witness of the life that is coming through me, and I'm choosing what is in alignment with that life that I sense that is coming through me. Right? And even this, that I'm choosing what is in alignment with myself, is kind of a distortion, because it implies that there are two and that you're separate from the consciousness that is the life flowing through you. Depending on the stages of consciousness where we are at, that will fall away, because you will experience yourself as the life going through this vessel. Where most people are at is they still feel they are the vessel. They're still kind of tied to that experience, to that limitation, to that form, and allow, though, the divine communication or the higher communication consciousness to interact with them and to flow through them. So, but for most, there is still kind of this perspective that there is a kind of a separation, which is okay. So going back to the manifestation bit, you have, as we've seen, the permission, and you see the necessity for intention and for focus and for desire if we want to manifest anything, if we want to create anything. Because without the thought first there was the thought or the word, and then the creation. Without that, nothing comes into being. But we are creators. So when we know this, we get to create consciously. You get to create your life. You get to create your service. You get to create your joys and blessings for yourself and for others. You get to create. And this is something you can take now. I want you to feel this. Take this and see it as a privilege. You get to choose and create how you want to be here, who you want to be here. It's not fixed in stone just because you grew up thinking you were this, that, and the other, like a specific type of person that you associate with yourself for maybe the past 20 years, 30 years. You thought that that was you. No, that's only a concept. You get to choose who you want to play as while knowing that you're divinity. So you just occupy and act through this player here. And so it is important to use your imagination, to use your desire, your biases, like your natural preferences. It's so important to use that and actively allow yourself to create and manifest from this non-doership and this I am state. I am that which I want to create. I am that which I want to experience. And this means, this I am means you bring yourself into a vibrational harmony with the thing you desire or with an experience you desire. So if you desire to serve others by, let's say, for example, healing, yeah, and if you feel like you can contribute to people's well-being through your modalities of healing, and this is what you wish to manifest and experience, then you hold that and you say, I am the healing I want to bring into this world. I am already that. You vibrate on the frequency of that healing, of that well-being, of that blessing you're going to extend to the humans you will heal. You will facilitate in them healing themselves, because every healing is self-healing. But you will, not you will, you are the healing that you wish to give. And this is the manifestation path that is congruent with your own beingness. Because if you do it from, well, I have no idea how to do this, I don't know how people will know about me, I don't know how to even communicate what I do, and so on, but I want this, and the focus is on question marks and on lack and on confusion, then you're totally in the egoic mind, you're totally identified, and you're very likely not going to create what it is you want to create, because you're not vibrating on that level. You're not it. So you have heard this before. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. And whatever is in harmony and in alignment with what you are, meaning what your vibrational state is, that's what is meant by what you are, what you mean, what I am. How you vibrate, how your frequency is, because that will attract matching frequencies. So for example, with abundance, it's the frequency of abundance you need to emanate. This is why most people cannot manifest abundance, because they vibrate in the lack frequency, because right now they're not experiencing abundance. They're experiencing financial limitations, for example, or downright poverty. And so that reality that they're experiencing in that moment is greater than the maybe even knowing that all is already here. I am abundant. Everything and everyone is abundant, because everything is the abundant, limitless creator. the immediate experience of poverty or of lack of resources is stronger, and that is being seen as the real thing. That is being seen as reality, and not the metaphysical reality, which is all is already here and abundance is mine because I am abundance. There is no difference between my vibration and abundance vibration, money flowing in, love flowing in, health flowing in. There is no difference because I am vibrating in that. That's my frequency. And you've heard this before, that we need to emanate the frequency of what we want. And this is the hard part, and I get it. Like, I'm a human being myself, and I totally experience that at times as well, that you take the immediate reality for truth, which it isn't. It's just what's presenting itself in that illusional moment. And then, and this is the magic, because it's presenting itself, I'm not using it to moan about it or complain about it and to hold me back. If I'm conscious, if you're conscious, you are going to use this as the contrast that will remind you of what it is you want to create and experience. This is going to make you be more you, make you choose abundance, make you choose being the healer, because you experience the contrast, knowing this is not the truth, this is not what I am. It's just a temporary experience that I've somehow created, otherwise you wouldn't experience it. I take full responsibility, but I have my focus, my heart, my soul energy on the opposite. This is where my attention goes. This is where my love flows. Like, that's what I want to deal with. And once you do this, you start to change your frequency. From the low density, it becomes higher, and it becomes more and more a match to what it is you want to experience. So the concepts are: create from the I am state. I am already that. And if that's still too difficult for you, no problem. What you can also do is, instead of saying I want, right? I want to create, and maybe you even allow yourself fully to express that. That's good too. Like, many spiritual people don't even allow themselves to have desires, right? And I speak from my own experience. It's like, because they're not really that relevant, or like all is already here, you kind of reduce that, or there can be a time where there is not much want or desire there, and that's okay. So the first step for you could be then to fully allow yourself to say, I want this, or I want to create that, I want to manifest that. But then we need to move on from it, because the universe, like, every word matters, and the word want implies it's not here yet. If you want something, it means you're not experiencing it yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't want it. There would be no need to want. Okay? So we change that. The more conscious we become, we change that, and we say, not I want to create this, but you say instead, I'm in the process of creating that. I'm in the process of creating my ideal job. I'm in the process of creating wonderful relationships. I'm in the process of creating harmony. I'm in the process of creating abundance. I'm in the process of creating more health for myself. I'm in the process of creating purpose for me in my life. I'm in the process of, or I'm in the middle of creating. Because this brings you in the flow of the creation. You've already started, because the intent is there. And then allow yourself to have that intention, and be very vigilant and very sensitive to when it is you feel the lack of it, because that will throw your vibration back. And then, not bad, like, it's okay to feel that, but then take your vibration again, take the focus off the lack back into, well, I'm actually in the process of creating this. or I'm actually looking forward to experiencing the creation of that. I'm looking forward to experiencing the creation of that. There is no inner resistance when you say words like that, because it doesn't mean you have already created it. It doesn't mean you already experience it, although you're not. You don't have to fool yourself. But it's an honest statement to say, I'm looking forward to experiencing once that's created. Like if you say, I want to be healthy. Like let's say you're in pain or injured and you want to be healthy. You can say, I'm looking forward to experiencing being healthy and pain-free again. That's something your whole being, even your subconscious, can subscribe to, like can agree with. And this is important in the process of manifestation, because then it's in alignment. If we lie to ourselves, if we say, I am this, I am that, although we're not, this is counterproductive. And this is maybe also a trap you may have found yourself in at one stage or another. So come into the non-doership, allow life to flow through you and to manifest, and allow life to use this character and its biases and its preferences to actually manifest and create yourself in this third dimensional plane of existence. Okay? It's okay to have desires. It's actually important. Take this with you and then come into this I am state, meaning you are already vibrating on the level of what it is you want to experience, and take the resistance out by using words like I'm in the process of creating that, or I'm looking forward to experiencing that manifestation. And then also detach from the outcome, knowing that whether or not you manifest this, you will not lose value. You are still the magnificent divine itself. No change can be made. It's just experience. It's just play. It's just you being an active part in your own growth and development and evolution.